Hello, my name is Joey Hadley with Hadley's Peekaboo Boxing. I have been training fighters for over 50 years, and today I would like to pass down some wisdom to you about boxing that I learned personally from Cus D'Amato during the time that he was my trainer as a professional boxer when I lived with him in Catskill, New York. Let's get started. When I started boxing, my dad worked with me over and over and over on my right hand, which became my power punch, the best punch in my arsenal. I never really learned how to box as far as avoiding punches. I would pick punches as an amateur, but the biggest thing I wanted to do was get close enough to my opponent to hit him with my right hand. And the few fights that I did lose as an amateur where people had heard, don't trade punches with him. You're going to have to hit him and move. And they boxed me kind of like Ali, just hit and run all around the ring using their jab, which I ate a lot of jabs just trying to get close enough to him to hit him. But they were smart in that they jabbed me and ran and scored points on me and just kept me from getting close to him and getting him up in the corner. And Cus changed that when I got with him. He had seen me fight several times as an amateur, and he saw that I was vulnerable to the left jab. And one of the very first things that he told me was, you get hit with left jabs right now. We're going to fix that. We're going to correct that. I'm going to teach you how to move your head to where you won't be getting hit with jabs very much at all. So we worked on that a lot when I got to upstate New York, and I wish I had known it as an amateur, because I may have been undefeated as an amateur, because I wouldn't have been getting hit with jabs and eating them all the time. One very important thing that Cus taught me was, after you throw whatever series of punches that you're going to throw, be it a one punch or 5 punches, when you get through throwing whatever combination, slip. That's where you move your head. Because he would say, if you hit your opponent and you don't move your head and your opponent punches back at you, you may hit him, but he's going to hit you right back. So after you throw whatever punches you're going to throw, slip. So if he punches back, he's not going to hit you. You'll hit him, he'll miss you when he punches because you slipped the punch. All right, the stance for the peekaboo style is you're squared up to your opponent. You're not turned sideways like a lot of people box. With the peekaboo style, you're squared up, facing your opponent so you can slip. When you're sideways, you can't slip. So you got to be squared up so you can go left, right, or down. One of the things is, instead of having your hands off your face, I teach my fighters to have their hands on their face and have their hands turned this way, because it keeps the elbows in and protects the body. Now the reason I have the hands on the face, come here Nick, I want you to get in a boxing stance and have your hands out here, not on your face, okay? Okay, now come here, put your hands on your face tight, pull them in tight. Which one would you rather be hit with, the first one or the second one?
The second one.
Okay, so that's why I have your hands on your face, so you're not somebody doesn't hit the glove and then it hits your face too. It's just a whole lot safer to have your hands here. When you slip a punch, you're moving your head out of the way so you don't have any contact. And there's 3 ways to do it: all the way to the left, all the way to the right, and all the way down. Cuss really believed in this. He had a slip bag that he, I think, invented up in New York that we worked on every day. But slipping is avoiding getting hit by a punch by moving your head out of the way. You get in your right stance. There's 3 ways to do it. You move all the way to the left, turn your ear toward your shoulder. You don't want to do this because your head's not moving. You got to turn your ear toward your shoulder when you go to the left, when you go to the right. When you go down, you bend your knees, you don't bend your back. You don't want to be like this, looking at your opponent's feet. You want to always keep your eye on your opponent and his hands so you won't be hit with uppercuts. So when you go down, bend your knees. So it's all the way to the left, all the way to the right, and down, bending your knees, always keeping your eye on your opponent. All right. This is called the center or the middle, okay? And when you slip left, you go over here. You slip right, you go here, and you go down. But you always come back to the center or the middle. This is where you want to stay to draw the opponent's punch. You want him to punch at your head, so you stay in the center or the middle. When he throws, that's when you slip and counterpunch him. But you always want to come back to the middle. This is a very aggressive style. You're going to go to your opponent, put pressure on your opponent. They will punch at you. That's why you want to slip and avoid their punches and then hit them back, but always come back to the middle to draw the punch, and then when they punch at you, you slip and you hit them back. Okay. This will take more practice than anything else that we have presented before. Again, it takes a lot of time, but this is how you start in front of a mirror, work your way to the slip bag, and then you want to actually have somebody throwing punches at you that you slip and avoid. When you slip to the left and to the right, you move from the waist all the way to the left, all the way to the right. So one of the exercises that I have my fighters do is just spread your feet out, arms all the way out, and bend over as far as you can to the left, bend over as far as you can to the right. I make them do 100 of those before they get started, just to get this used to bending and get it in, and get your muscles in shape there on your side. Because basically, that's the same thing that you're doing when you slip, except you've got your hands on your face, all the way to the left, all the way to the right. It's the same body movement that you're doing when you do this exercise, and this exercise is very important. Okay, the way Cuss got us started slipping in upstate New York was he would have us do drills, slipping drills. And he would start with a fighter throwing one jab at us, and we would slip that jab, either left, right, or down. We would start with one jab, and we would do that for a round or two. Then we would go to 2 jabs, which would be 2 slips. Then we would go to 3 jabs, which would be 3 slips. And if you can slip 3 punches, you can slip 5 punches or 6 punches. Once you get the movement down, as you see the punch coming. After the left jab, then we would work on slipping the right hand. And like I say, you never go the same way all the time. You mix up left, right, down, right, left. You don't want to go the same way all the time because your opponent will figure out which way you're going to move. But we would get in the ring and just stand there and have punches thrown at us, and we would work on the slipping. Then we would work on slipping the left-right. Now with the left-right, that's 1 slip. If you try to slip twice, you're going to get hit. So that's why you've got to go over all the way to the left or to the right or down. Boom, boom. The left-right comes right behind each other. Boom, boom. That's 1 slip to miss both punches. Now, when I was in upstate New York with Cuss just had a cloth bag that he had sand in. And then a few years ago, after Tyson was champion and people started finding out about how he trained, different companies would make a slip bag. But Cuss, as far as I know, is the one that invented it.
So run by step, what you do when you use a slip bag.
All right, you want to have it about on your forehead, about the top of your nose. You're going to push it out. Again, this is the hardest thing to learn, but it is great once you learn how to miss those punches. One thing that Cuss taught me, which I really liked, was when your opponent throws the right hand, you slip to the left, kind of bend in just a little bit, and the right hand goes by your head here, and you can hit him on the side, and if you hit him good, he's going to drop that hand. So you hook him to the body, come back and hook him to the head, and then throw your right hand. So you hit him with a 3-punch combination, and if you hit him with all 3 of them, he's probably going to go down. All right, throw a right hand. Slip over here to the side, and you've got all this right here. Boom! If you hit him really good here, he's going to drop this hand. Then you come back up here with the left hook to the chin, and then follow with the right hand. If you hit him with all 3 of those, he's going down. One of my favorite punches that I learned from Cuss, and I had never seen this done before, I'd never heard of it done before, he would call it the slip jab. When your opponent throws a jab at you, you slip his jab, and at the same time, you jab back at him. So it's one movement, boom. It's not over here and then jabbing. As you move your head, you throw your left. His jab goes by your head, and you're jabbing him in the face. And it really works. It's a great punch, very effective. Like I say, I've never seen it or heard of it before until then. And it's a great punch for you to learn. Movement. Boom. 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 Whenever you shadow box, whenever you hit the heavy bag, you do exactly what you're going to do in the ring. When you get through throwing whatever punches that you're going to throw, you slip, you move your head. Slip, jab, jab, slip, jab, right hand, hook, slip, boom, boom, down, pop, pop, pop. When you get through throwing your combinations, move your head. Thanks for watching, and remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you like the video. And as always, I'll see you in the next round.